Magandang araw mga ka-vibes. Tupad po. Tupad na tupad ang pangarap sa Serbisyong Suarez at Alona Party List. Ang mga pangarap ng malayang republika at bagong Pilipinas ay nagpapatuloy at isinasakatuparan pa. Mga ayuda sa mga nawala ng hanap buhay, tulong pinansyal sa mga mag-aaral, puhunan sa mga negosyo ng mga kababaihan, pangmedikal na pangangailangan at iba pa. Serbisyong Suarez at Alona Party List, dala-dala sa mga barangay, bayan at lungsod. Mga proyektong pang-infrastruktura gaya ng FMR o ang Farm to Market Roads, covered courts, mga barangay centers, patubig, pailaw, tulong pinansyal sa mga kooperatiba at samahan, ospital at health facilities. Serbisyong Suarez at Alona Party List. Serbisyong Suarez at Alona Party List.
Sama-sama, masaya sa Serbisyong Suarez, may pag-asa.
I think it's a great opportunity that we have the young voices of the House of Representatives. Oftentimes we hear the more veterans of the House, but what we need to also accept is that a large number of the composition of the House of Representatives now are first-time legislators, and a lot of them are very young, full of dynamism, full of enthusiasm, full of innovation, and integrity is very much intact. And it's very important for us as a nation to hear their advocacies and to listen to their opinions when it comes to issues that concern the nation. So it's indeed a pleasure to have them in the press briefing, and I'm sure in the next few days to come, a lot more voices coming from the different sectors of the House of Representatives will be heard. So maraming salamat. Well, I think he heard a lot of congressmen, definitely 100%, especially the privileged speech that was delivered yesterday. Hindi tama yung ginawa niyang pagmamaliit sa mga miyembro ng mababang kapulungan. Hindi tama nung sinabi niyang district representatives lang kayo, party list lang kayo, at kami nationally elected kami. Hindi po tama yon. Especially we're in a bicameral system of the legislative branch wherein we're both co-equal. I guess my young guns are a little bit kinder than myself. Ako, ang motto ko na lang pagdating sa mga senators, we will never forget.
Okay, just a follow-up question. I'm Melala Mars from PTV4. Just a follow-up question about charter change. Actually, for DS Suarez po sana, but other congressmen can also answer. Kahapon po kasi sa ating press conference, nanawagan na rin yung House leaders na imbes na word war, manaig na nga at magkaroon na ng healthy and democratic discussion. Sabi nyo nga po, let love rule. Pero ang nangyayari po kasi, sa ngayon nga, tuloy pa rin, even sa Senate plenary, meron pa rin message about sa House at kumbaga ay tuluyan pa rin yung mabibigat na salita. Para sa inyo, kailan po kaya natin to nakikita mahihinto at given na isang buwan na lang ay mag-break na, Holy Week break na ang Kongreso, sa tingin nyo, kayang-kaya pa rin naman pong itong maipasa itong RBH 6 naman sa dalawang kapulungan ng Kongreso?
Well, I can't speak on behalf of the Senate when it comes to how quickly they can do their work. But I can speak on behalf of the House because this is what I am a member of. When it comes to productivity, in absolute terms, the House has delivered in all SONA legislative measures, in all LEDAC requirements, and in every legislative action that has been asked of us by the executive. So when it comes to efficiency and productivity, undoubtedly, unquestionable ang House dyan. Ngayon, sa bahagi ng Senado, it's mixed signals eh. SP Mig said matatapos nila before Holy Week. Now, sinasabi ni Senator Angara, baka October. Tapos may ibang senators na nagsasabi na wag daw mamadaliin. So, we really can't hold on to a definitive timeline when it comes to how soon the Senate can act on RBH 6. That's why I'm asking the media to please ask them what is their timeline. If you were with us yesterday at narinig nyo yung paliwanag ni Congressman Joy Salceda at saka ni Congresswoman Stella Kimbo, the numbers speaks for itself. The Philippines is now 8th from the last of 10 countries. So how long do we have to wait before we actually realize there's so much work that needs to be done para maipasa natin tong RBH 6? At saka the passage of the RBH 6 is just one step. After we do the RBH 6, we're going to have to move with having a plebiscite. Then after we have a plebiscite, we're going to have to operationalize the Constitution by enacting laws. And I'm telling you, aabutin na tayo ng midterm elections. Pagkatapos nun, may bagong set of congressmen, may bagong set ng senators na darating. Baka ma-operationalize natin to, masyadong dulo na sa term ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. That's why ang panawagan ko sa Senado, and we have been very consistent, since January, when we've been having this press conference, do your work and do your work fast because time is not on our side. And neither are the other countries in the world and the businesses and the investors. They are not going to wait for the Philippines. We need to make sure that the gates are open for them to come in. It's the youth of the nation who's asking for statesmanship. It's the youth of the nation who's asking for interparliamentary courtesy. It's the youth of the nation who's asking to actually work and move forward. So I think that is such a welcome development for us. Na you're seeing young voices expressing their dismay, but at the same time, young voices expressing their hope that they want to move the country forward. So I just wanted to point that out because, it's such a revelation, I guess, for everybody. No?
Thank you, sir. Talent manager.
Actually, I wanted to escape myself from the discussion. But since I was asked, I still consider myself quite young. Quite. Wag na lang young, quite. I think what the Young Guns show is the diversity presently in the House of Representatives. It also shows the aggressiveness and the enthusiasm and the fresh ideas that they bring to the table. Na kung titingnan naman natin to at ihahambing natin sa ipinaglalaban natin na pagbabago ng ating konstitusyon, nakikita natin na parallel talaga. Because it is only through these innovations, creativity, that we can push the country forward. And in order to push the country forward, we need to be able to remove the restrictions that hinder us from propelling the Philippines to the next chapter. And I think with the fresh talent that we have in the House of Representatives representing their respective districts, and mind you, itong mga young guns na to, hindi to yung silent majority ng House of Representatives. They're actively participating in committee hearings, actively participating in deliberations, pushing legislations, and coming up with concrete policies that create the legislative agenda for the House of Representatives. So I think it's a welcome development, and I'm sure it won't be the last time that you'll be hearing from them. You can contact me after the press con para sa susunod na ilalabas ng Young Guns. No, just joking. But I will make it a more regular engagement because there are other Young Guns and other younger members of the House that would like to express their opinions as well. No?
Thank you, DS Suarez. Big Simintak of Net 25.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the National Security Council is on top of the situation. And with regards to the threats that happened yesterday, I think they were all mischievous and non-existent. So I hope this is not part of any destabilization attempts with regards to efforts and services and programs being done by the government. But we can't comment on that. Siguro antayin na lang natin na yung proper department at ahensya at kalihim ang magbigay ng komento tungkol po doon. No? Well, it's gonna take so much time. Really, I mean, if they plan to go around and do a road show, there are a lot of ways of saying you're in favor and you are not. So I hope this is not one way that they're saying that they're not in favor, no? Kasi maliwanag naman yung mensahe ni Presidente last week. He is for charter amendments, specifically on economic provisions. And this does not need any delay on the part of the Senate, on the part of the House. So, tama si Congressman D. They can invite. They can do 2-3 hearings every week if they want to. But you know what? What needs to be done is, we need to act on a quicker pace. So, yun yung mas mahalaga para sa atin, no? And of course, on your second point, do I agree with it? From where I stand, I don't think that would be a prudent way of going through the process. Because remember, you mentioned a word, subcommittee. So meaning, pagkatapos ng subcommittee, iaakit pa yan sa mother committee. Ngayon, ang tanong, anong gagawin ng mother committee? I-adapt lang ba yung findings ng ginawa ng subcommittee o panibagong hearings na naman ang gagawin ng committee level? And after that, diretso pa yan sa plenary debate sa Senate. Now, that's why you have to ask them what's their timeline. Because by the time we reach June or July, it's budget season for Congress. And 99% of our time will be devoted on the budget. So when is our window to actually get this whole charter amendments operationalized? It's within these few months before we hit SONA. So kaya ako talaga pagdating sa Senado, palalampasin ko itong Valentine's, mahal ko pa rin kayo, kasi ang mensahe ko lang, bilis-bilisan nyo lang yung trabaho ninyo. Can you just add to what Congressman Elder mentioned? With regard to sa tanong mo, I think it's also part of hastening the process. So as we all know, the Senate is conducting their own hearings, and we felt that it is also proper that the House will also conduct its own hearings. Yun na rin naman po yung mensahe ng ating Pangulo na dapat magkaroon ng healthy debate and discussion about charter amendments. So here in the House of Representatives, it is the intention of us as authors of the said resolution to foster healthy debate and discussion para mas maintindihan ng mga mamamayan at ng ating mga kababayan kung bakit nararapat ito para sa ating bansa at kung bakit naayon na po ito sa kanila. And in addition, you also have to look into yung the window of opportunity to actually tackle this. Kasi pagpasok po natin ng kalahati ng taon, zona na yon, ang susunod na tatalakayin na ng House is the budget for 2025, where 99% of our attention will actually be focused on that. So if we are Feb now, March, April, May, June, July, we have more or less 3 months, 4 months of legislative time to actually tackle this. So I do hope that once the bill hits the plenary, action would be taken na mapag-usapan to sa pinaka mabilis, exhaustive na paraan kung saan inclusive ito sa lahat ng mga stakeholders na magiging bahagi sa pag-uusap at pagpupulong. Dagdagan ko lang yung sinabi ni Madjo, no? So, tama yung sinabi ni Madjo Manix that ang dulo naman ito is plebiscite. Now, when do you think is the most appropriate time to have the plebiscite? I think what the Senate is proposing is isasabay ito sa midterm elections. And ako, ang personal position ko, hindi tama yon. Kasi hindi natin dapat mapoliticize yung Constitution. Dapat talaga bukod, dapat mas maaga. Ngayon, kung mas maagang gaganapin yung plebisito, dapat mas maagang matapos ng Kongreso at ng Senado yung pag-uusap tungkol dito sa RB 86 nila at yung RB 87. Kasi huwag nating kakalimutan, magkakasundo pa dapat kami noon bago diretso sa COMELEC, and assuming walang hurdle, saka pa lang tayo magkakaplebisito. So ito yung nakikita naming panahon na talagang dapat na po natin masagawa ito. Ngayon, tungkol naman po sa binanggit ni Madjo sa efficiency ng Senate, siguro ang pinakamagandang sumagot ng efficiency nila, hindi sila nalang magpaliwanag. Di ba? Kung bakit ganoon yung performance level nila. Basta ang performance level ng House, 100%. 100%, no back subjects, advance pa.
And by
And if I may add, Madjo, one advantage of the Committee of the Whole is everybody gets to participate in the discussions. As opposed sa isang committee hearing, tulad ng sinabi ng ating majority leader, yung mga miyembro lang muna ang magdi-discuss. So given the gravity of the topics to be discussed, given that we will be discussing, debating on amendments of the Constitution, we thought that it would be fit that everybody should participate. All 309 members of Congress participate, and let us open the doors to everybody's ideas, opinions, suggestions, topics, violent reactions, if there may be, just so that we can show that there is indeed truthful discussion from all sectors, from all regions, from all districts, from all provinces represented by their respective congressmen duly elected by their constituents. Unang-una, I think the question is, dahil na inamin ng ating mahal na senador na nagbawas siya ng pondo, I think ang tanong is, ilang milyong Pilipino ang naapektuhan dahil dun sa pondong nawala? Kasi base sa sinabi ni Congressman Abalos, matatapos naman pala yung listahan by 2023. So therefore, may target beneficiaries na dapat yon. Now, in so much that she said that she removed the funds and diverted it somewhere else, which I think wouldn't affect the fiscal space dahil may budget ceiling naman tayo, ang mas malaking tanong, ilang milyong Pilipino at ilang households ang naapektuhan dahil nailipat yung pera. At mukhang hindi lang yata nung 2023 nangyari ito. Yeah, and I don't know if my reaction would be right. Maybe JC can correct me kasi four-piece representative si JC. So, yung sinasabi na hindi magagamit yung pondo, kaya inilipat sa iba, hindi naman ibig sabihin na matatapos yung paggamit ng pondong yun sa 2023. Pwede naman yun, ipagpatuloy pa rin yung paggamit sa 2024. Diba? So, hindi dapat naging dahilan yun. Kasi yung payables noon, yung mga beneficiaries noon, tuloy-tuloy pa naman sila tatanggap kasi huwag natin kakalimutan, 4Ps is a law. You know, it's not just a regular program, it's not just a project that comes and goes, it is a law. So it has specific beneficiaries, it has specific objectives, and therefore the funding has to be secured to support the intent of the program. Now, of course, with this revelation that we found out a few days ago, I think it is incumbent upon the House to find out kung ano naging epekto nito sa programa, number 1. Number 2, kung ilang milyong Pilipino at households ang naapektuhan sa programang ito. And of course, kung babasihan po natin yung statements ni Secretary Rex kahapon, kung paano pa natin palalakasin yung 4Ps. No? I think the President has come up with some ideas in how to make it more responsive considering the inflation that is happening in our country. Para sa ganun, yung piso mo dati ay ang effect nun ay piso pa rin katumbas na tulong ang may bibigay ng gobyerno. So, yun po yung aking opinion tungkol po doon.
Ganito po magmahal si Kong Ana. Isa po akong pangkaraniwang kwento ng lipunan. Payak, kapos, puro pangarap lang ang baon. Ako po si Zaira B. Oranday, 20 years old, BSA 3rd year accountancy student from Kalayan Educational Foundation Incorporated. Actually po, hindi po ako familiar talaga sa meron pong assistance na binibigay yung Alona, and hindi ko po ina-expect na meron pa po talagang mga public servant na yun po agad-agad po na may hear out yung request ng isang mamamayan po na meron nga po katulad po dito sa sitwasyon ko po. Hindi ko po ina-expect na agad-agad po magre-reply si Ma'am Ana.
Goodbye, pasok!
May program na yan. Thank you po. To help you your schooling. Kasama na din siyang bag para sa
Akala ko imposible. Pero pareho lang pala kami. Parehas kaming nagsumikap. Ipinaramdam niyang iisa kami. And sobrang laking bagay po nun bilang estudyante na mabigyan nga po kami ng, mabigyan po ako ng laptop personally kasi po sobrang kailangan ko po yun. And doon pa lang po, sobrang thankful na po ako sa Alaw na Party List and especially po kay Congressman Ana. Kang Ana, dahil sa pagmamahal mo, inilapit niyo po ako sa aking pangarap. Ganito po magmahal si Kong Ana.